You got clutch.
What's going on, people? It's your man Johnny Clutch Cards back at you again with another video for all the collectors out there. And one of the things that we've been trying to deep dive into, and what you're seeing in front of you right now, is COMC.com, otherwise known as checkoutmycards.com. So this is one of the places that I use to sell my cards. As you can see, I have an available store credit of roughly $127, but this is a very convenient way to kind of take cards, send them off, not whole, so cards that you don't want to actually have on you, where you can just kind of send them away, let somebody else deal with it and get it all together for you. And all you have to do is set prices and decide on whether or not you want to accept offers or put it up for auction or what have you. So back in May, I sent a shipment of cards to COMC and here. So basically, I sent them a consignment set of cards, roughly 150 or so cards, back in May. And I want to say around, it was probably like 2 or 3 weeks later, I started to finally see cards coming in. We can come here into my email and kind of see. Yeah, so I sent them off in May 23rd, and roughly July 6th is when we started to see items added in to our account. Now for each card, I think they charge us roughly 50 cents. 50 cents per card to add these cards into our inventory onto COMC. So you're as your cards get added in, they're going to charge you that 50 cents up front, and then they also charge you again. But I think there's a couple videos which I can link down below that go into the actual breakdown of how much it costs. Roughly, I think COMC is cheaper than eBay up to maybe like a $200 sale, roughly somewhere in that ballpark. I'll refer to some of the videos that I watched for that breakdown below. So basically, these cards that you got around that, you know, they aren't in your PC, they aren't cards that you're going to actively look to sell, but they're like there, and you just want to clear out space, clear out room. This is a good option to kind of send them away to COMC. And what COMC will then do is kind of build you an online store, basically. So if I come into my dashboard, I can kind of drill down, and right now it'll show my latest sales. These are cards that I sold. You know, like there's a Malik Monk, there's a Mario Ellie, there's a Devin Booker, Pete Alonso, Troy Aikman. Now, don't get me wrong. You can also use this, and what I'm going to be doing here in the fall, football season is coming, is I'm going to send them a second order of cards with like all these 2020 rookies that I have, all these, you know, 2019 guys. If I have any kind of like T-Law stuff, things like that, I'm going to send it here. I'm going to house it here. And you know, keep the ones that I really want in my collection, or ones that I really want to sell personally or want to sell on eBay. I'm going to keep those with me and send the rest here, so I don't have to have the kind of overhead. Here, I think there is a storage fee after you know, so many months, but the whole point of it is to kind of have like an online store here. And if we drill down further, let's go into the inventory manager piece. Here we can see all of our cards, and we can set prices for them. So if we come up here, these are cards that have not been priced. And actually, we'll get into these cards here. These 2018 Bowman Chrome Prospect Russell Wilsons are cards that I actually purchased. And then the cool thing about buying on COMC now, once you have an account to sell on COMC, is that you can house cards in your collection without ever having to take shipment or pay shipping, right? So you don't have to pay shipping until you're actually ready to call them back. So there's some cards that, you know, a lot of us like to prospect or speculate. So we can go and buy cards on speculation, which these Russell Wilson baseball rookie cards are just that. They're speculation. They cost me a couple of dollars. If for some reason they become interesting down the road, then they could actually be of value to me. And that's why they currently don't have prices on them, because I'm not really interested in selling them since I just acquired them. However, this 2003-2004 round ball Chris Webber card is one that I sent them. This is like probably one of the last sets, and we are now, this video is being shot on the August 7th, Saturday, August 7th. I sent these cards back in May 23rd. So obviously it takes some time for them to get all these cards in, because what they do is they actually take pictures of the card. So this is a crisp, clean scan of the card that I sent them, and I didn't have to post it on eBay or nothing along those lines. And I didn't have to take a lot of time out of my day to do that, which, you know, as we all know, can take some time. Now here, for this particular card, as they come in, I can either click here and do like a view stats, which will show me, you know, which ones are for sale, different qualities of what's for sale, the sales history. So like we can do 7. Let's click that, right? So we can drill down in here. These are the 2 that they currently have for sale. One is $275, one is $320, right? So I can take that information and, at least from a COMC perspective, gauge how I should price mine. Now, this beta SRP, suggested retail price, I think is something that you can add on, right? Yeah, it's a subscription here where you can add it on, but if anybody's actually done that, please feel free to leave some additional information in the comments. I haven't paid for this particular upgrade, so I don't know what additional information is going to give you, but really the closest thing that I actually need is just to know how much they're actually charging for them right now on the site. And right now it's $275 or $320. Now, being as though Chris Webber just recently went into the Hall of Fame, this is one of those things where, you know, I'm going to uncheck this. We're going to put them up for sale, and we're going to look to make, let's say $250, right? $250 total, right? So we'll click there. $225. The $25, I believe that goes to COMC. So out of this $250, I would get $225, and now that card is up for sale, right? These here say not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. Those are the cards that I just acquired, those Russell Wilsons. And then we can kind of go into other cards that are for sale. But for each of these, I can kind of dig into it. This particular card here, in some of the cards, if it's not on COMC, you'll get this. You have a COMC monopoly, right? So this is a Kevin McHale Fleer. I think that's an 86 Fleer Kevin McHale. As you can see, there's a little damage up there on the top of it. So I did go and kind of compare it against comps that were in eBay versus on COMC. So we can kind of look and see. Look, that was BGS 6, $8. So actually, it looks like we might be a little high, because with that damage, I would assume that it would be in the ballpark of a 6. So we're going to practice less than a 6 and go with like $7.99. Let's do $7.50. Let's make it very attainable. Now, the good thing about this is that, you know, people can make you offers on your cards as well, which is a really cool thing. They can come in and make offers on your cards like they would on eBay. You can also do an auction. So COMC actually does auctions. So if I wanted to, you know, I don't have an auction history, but I can do auction submissions here. In progress, results, learn more about auctions on eBay. So that's something that I think I have to look into and kind of figure out how that process goes. But there is an option where you can do cards at auction on eBay straight out of COMC. So this takes a lot of the work out of your hands. And for that, you do pay a premium, but the premium is not that much more, you know, not higher than eBay. It's actually pretty close to the same price, up to about $200, roughly, give or take a few dollars. So that is kind of like it in a nutshell, just to get people started off on COMC. I would say my experience with COMC over the last couple of months has been pretty positive. I've been able to buy things that buy things and sell on COMC. And because they have a direct tie to blowout cards, you can actually take your earnings from COMC and spend them directly on wax or other cards through blowout, or take your money back via PayPal, or ship cards to whoever you want to ship them to. This is really, thus far, 2 months, 3 months in, has been a really good thing. And I look forward to sending, like I was saying, those cards in the fall. And I might just do football and basketball, rookies and, younger cards, and just send those off now so they can already be in my store, so that I don't have to, try to, I can give it time to be added to my inventory. So that is kind of it in a nutshell. That's COMC. That's what I'm currently doing on COMC. If you're doing something different, if there's something that I'm missing, if you have a question or another way to do it, please leave a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe this video. It's your boy, Johnny Clutch Cards. I am for the people, by the people. You only got me and the Constitution. Remember that.